Yo, good morning everybody from freezing Southern California. How's it going, Steinmeier? What's up, Tone? Nice lap, by the way, that you posted. That's how my laps feel, except I'm like 2 seconds off the pace. So my laps feel that fast, but they're not. Alright, so who's getting out here? Boko, world famous Boko. What's up, Joji? What's up, Monkey? Good morning, everybody. Look at that beautiful McLaren. I think the camera angles here at Singapore are really nice. Oh, you're welcome, Tone. Looking out for you in the race, bro. Look, good to see that. Looks like you're getting your groove back, huh? Oh, nice, Steinmine. I gotta get mine too. I just got Cyberpunk Steinmine, and it runs so. It runs pretty slow on PS4 Pro, so I want to get a. I want to get a PS5 really just to play that at 60 frames. But you gotta tell us how you like it when you get it. Alright, so who's where? Vapor looks like he's gonna start in the mediums. Interesting tire strategy. Makes you wonder if he's gonna go on a one-stop, because I think most people are gonna be on a two-stop today, but looks like he's gonna go potentially for I think he's gonna go for the medium to hard. I don't know how that is over the race distance. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, Steinmine. A lot of fun. I've been loving it. So here goes Vapor on his flying lap. He'll be the first one on a flying lap, so let's stay on board with him. So into turn 5. DRS fully open. Into the kink in turn 6 and into turn 7. Nice and tidy through there. Heavy braking. Turn 8. Turn 9. So Vapor's done well to give himself plenty of space ahead and behind. That's really the trick, I think, with these street circuits in quali. Nice and tidy through there. Into 15 and 16. And 17. And into 18 and 19, the chicane. And then one more at 20 and 21. And he seems to be catching the back of Grumpy, but we'll see. Oh, he's going to get impeded. He doesn't. But that was really close. The Vapor with a 138.5. So let's see. Spitcheck just crosses the line with a 142. A Praj with the 137.4. So he's ahead of Vapor by just over a second on the same medium tires. So who else is on a hot lap? It looks like Domingos. Yeah, Spurling just put in a time. Also just put in a time. McLaren going into the pits. Ocine going into the pits. Space Cowboy going into the pits. Oh, so these guys all invalidated their laps. Oh, you're right, Sideline. I just did a party. Oops. Alright. So who's next to put in a lap? Also, but I think he's going into the pits. Is that Yuppie? The Yuppie's on his hot lap. Let's stay on board with Yuppie. Yuppie can't fight for the pole. Locks up a bit. So now the issue here is that he's starting to catch the cars ahead. And the guys get out of the way. The heads up driving by, what was that, Beeman and Razor. So let's see where Yuppie crosses the line here. Pole. That's pole position so far, 137.2. Great lap by Yuppie. So I wonder what happened to Razor. He crossed the line, but he was going slow for some reason. Let's go on board with, who is this, Osine? Osine's going to start his lap. That Racing Point just flying down that straight. Beeman improves, so he's up from P10 to P9. Pro Controller just started his lap. Neo just starting his lap. Razor invalidating his. I'm not sure what's going on with Razor, but looks like he's not really being able to put it together. Shep crossing the line to 6 with a 139.1, so nice lap by Shep. What's up, Rusty? Rusty out in P8 at the moment. So the two Racing Points starting their hot laps. And it looks like this Rental will be starting his hot lap. So we'll stay on board with him for the first section of this lap. JC is also starting his hot lap. Joe starting his hot lap. Monkey Mafia starting his hot lap. Looks like Spulin will be starting his hot lap as well. Feeman getting out of the way. So heads up driving by Feeman. So easy to get caught out here with some impediments. So there's a car. Who is that? Is that Bro Controller? Looks like Bro Controller lost control in turn 1. So Razor Guy has invalidated his lap again. So it looks like he's just not able to keep it within the track limits. He's having some trouble here today. And that medium tire gamble has not paid off because now I think he's going to have to go onto the hards. And it messes up his medium tire for the race, so not sure what's going to happen. McLaren into 14th. And the Racing Point boys, it looks like they've invalidated their lap, so again, no time. So who's that coming down? We got Spulin. We got JC in the pits. He invalidated his lap. Everybody's invalidating their laps. What's going on? Monkey Mafia into P3. 137.4. Nice lap by Monkey. Puts him in a great spot in the race. Start from the second row. Spulin up into P7 with the 138 flat. Nice lap by Spulin. What's up, Kobe? Junko. I don't know what that means, but Junko. What's up, Chad? Spitcheck with a 139.3. So that puts him into P10. Who else is coming? It looks like a Haas. Haas a Bro Controller, but he's invalidated his lap. I don't even know where you can invalidate your lap here. Unlucky. So let's stay on board with OC Nay. OC Nay now is at sector 3 of the circuit. Coming around the final chicane before the fast sweeping left-hander. Oh, and he invalidated his lap right there at the end. Unlucky again. So I think Disgruntled into the pit. So Disgruntled just put it on pole actually with a 137.1. So nice lap by Disgruntled. So let's stay on board. So Monkey's gonna pit. Let's stay on board with Yuppie. So Yuppie is a 10th behind, but now he's gonna do his, what I would imagine is his final run. What's up, Zach? What's up, Joe G? You found them all, huh? Oh, he locks up into turn... What turn is that? Turn 3, technically. So let's see where he's at the end of Sector 1. He's... yeah, 32 thousandths of a second back. But he can still make up time. We got to see where he's at the end of Sector 2. Really nice and tidy through there. So he's up about a half a second so far in Sector 2. So Yuppie's flying right now. The track is 100% ramping up. Oh, and he invalidates. He took that corner way too sharp. So I wonder what he's going to do here. I think that may be it, unless he has more tires. Oh, that's unlucky for Yuppie. So let's see who else is coming around. Grumpy Old Man, Catman. He just put it on pole. 136.7. Great lap from Grumpy Old Catman. Wow, and Praj. He just put in a 135.7. Wow, the laps are coming in fast and heavy now. So what about these great Bro Controller starting his lap? So this is it, guys. We're coming down to the final minute or so here of qualifying. Yeah. Looks like a really, really good shootout between the top guys here. And a lot of guys still have yet to set a time. Domingos is in P3 in the championship, and he hasn't set a time yet. So let's stay on board Domingos, because Domingos is fighting with everything he can to try to stay in the championship hunt. He's not far back at all either. Oh, and Joe coming out ahead of him. And look at Joe, ever that gentleman driver makes way. So heads up driving by Joe. I don't know if Joe's going to be able to set a time. It's a little late, but he'll try to get to that start-finish line before time runs out. Really nice lap so far by Domingos. Oh, he locked up a bit. He's gotten purple in Sector 2. So fast in Sector 2 so far. Goes a little bit deep there. See how he flicks that car into the final sweeping lap. He puts it into P8 with a 137.6. So sigh of relief for Domingos, as Joe is not able to start a lap in time. So who's still out there? We have JC, we got Spitcheck, and Razor. And Razor spun. Razor hit the wall. Wow. So Razor's going to be out, I think. But he had put it into second on the grid. Oh, and JC hits the wall. So that's going to be it for JC. And Monkey's out as well. Wow, everyone pushing it to the absolute limit here in the final stages of qualifying rather. Yeah, and this car's going to understeer completely. So he's not going to improve his time. On board with Spitcheck, see if he can improve from P12. He does to P11. And I think that's going to do it. I think that's everybody. Wow, the final stage is crazy. People going off left and right. Now you were good there, Joe. It was just unlucky the timing of when you came out in the pits. And Oseen Day looks like he got disconnected. I think we're friends. Let's see. So interesting qualifying. I think it's going to be really close up at the front because you got Praj with the 135.7 and Razor with the 136.0. And Grumpy Old Catman. Really great qualifying performance. So you got our championship leader Yeppy down in 5th. And then Domingos, P3 in the championship in 8th. And then Vapor down in P10, but he's on the medium, so going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. Looks unlucky for OC and Joe. They were not able to put in a time lap. So we'll see what they can do in the race. T-Widow's in the house. What's up, T-Widow? T-Widow. Everyone has been asking, when is T-Widow going to return? On social media, on Performance Racingly, we just get bombarded with mail and messages about when is T-Widow coming back to commentate. Looks like T-Widow will be back to commentate soon. Back by popular demand. Monkey Mafia posted about banana peels. I hope you don't hit any in the race, Monkey. So it looks like we're going to get a dry race. Tier 2. You gotta love it. They actually give themselves time to pick a race strategy. Part of the new initiative by new F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali. He was a former Ferrari team principal. And this is his first order of business. Trying to address the issue of people just hitting X to start the race prematurely. So already we can see the effects here. So far, it seems to be working. And Nico John is in the house. I think he said your enthusiasm shines through in your commentary. Now I can't tell if that's that British dry humor, if he's being genuine. I'll take that as a compliment, Nico. Everyone misses you and was hoping you'd be here, but unlucky about the knee. Hopefully it's healing up well for you, Nico. God, I gotta get a tissue. I'm crying a tear of joy over here. I'm just so proud of these guys for not hitting X to start the race immediately. I really want to know, who is it? Who goes into the pit screen and just like immediately hits X? Like, I don't get it. Man, gotta give it up for these tier 2 guys. Alright, so here we are. The guys making way for the formation lap. This looks like it's going to be a dry race, but again, we've got, so Yuppie, he's down in P5 starting from the third row. He's in the lead in the championship, 217 points. Then we've got, that's Yuppie. Then we've got Vapor. Vapor's second in the championship, 216 points. So he's starting a bit further back, but he's on that medium tire strategy, so it looks like he might be going for that one-stopper. So we're gonna have to watch for progress from Vapor, because when all these other guys are pitting 2-3 times, he's only gonna pit once. So we'll keep our eye on Vapor. Domingos was on the verge of a terrible qualify and hadn't set a lap until the final stages, but was finally able to put in a good clean lap. So he's starting from 8th on those soft tires. Look for him to try to get past Nero in the early stages of the race, because Nero was able to put it into P7 on those mediums. So Nero's showing nice pace. But Domingo knows he's got to get around him. He's got to build a gap. So we'll look for Domingos to make a move in the first early stages of the race, rather. And Nico John cheering on his Team Racing Point from the sidelines. I think Nico John is actually trending on Twitter right now. The people want Nico John back. Hopefully we can see him back on the track soon. Oshalaka's in the house. What's up, Oshalaka? Oshalaka. An old name, but always welcome around here. How's it going, Oshalaka? So the guys forming up on the grid. Looks like we're going to get this thing going underway. Five lights on the grid. And who gets a better jump? It looks like Proj got a slightly better jump. Grumpy got a pretty good jump. Oh, and the two Mercedes clash a little bit. The Mercedes of Yeppy gets past. And it looks like Vapor's had a spin of some sort, but his wing is intact, so he'll continue. So Yeppy gets past. Oh, side by side with Nero, and he gets past. So who's falling back? It looks like Spoolin. Spoolin. Does he have damage? It's hard to tell. Still couldn't tell. Oh, what happened there with McLaren? Oh, McLaren made contact with Joe. A lot of craziness so far in the race. Looks like there's a VSC. Yeah. T-Widow, Team Mercedes is cheering on Yeppy. So it looks like there's the strategy. So it looks like it's either going to be a two-stopper, soft, medium, medium, or medium to hard. So wow, that was crazy. I couldn't even keep up with everything. So let's see. Who is the biggest movers and shakers? Wow, look at Rusty. Oh, and Yeppy gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under VSC. And it looks like he's going to go and serve that now. Yeah, he'll serve that now. So very unfortunate for Yeppy. But Rusty up 10 positions here since the start. Amazing progress by Rusty. If Rusty can keep his head down and put in these clean, consistent laps, he can get a really good finish here today. So who's the closest battle on track? We got Broken. Oh, look at these guys side by side. That's Shep and Rusty. A little bit of contact. Shep lost the wing at some point. So this is the battle for P7. And let's go on board with Broken, because Broken is just behind Spitcheck. Oh, so you might be able to get him here in the slipstream. Let's check in with the leaders, because Razor is roughly keeping pace with Raj. He's had him within a second, give or take. and Praj gets loose. Praj breaks loose. Razor, Nero with the fastest lap, a 142. So Nero doing really well with his medium tires. I think he started 7th. Oh, and Razor's making a move. Really nice move by Razor. So that's Razor in the lead. Praj looks like he's having a little bit of issues already with these soft tires. They don't really last here. So the strategy here, who's going to blink first? Who's going to come into the pits first? Is Praj, does he go for the undercut? Because by the final stages of that soft tire stint, those softs are going to be a handful to try to muscle around the track. They're going to be slipping, they're going to be sliding. But Razor gets a little deep there. Wow, Razor having shown really great pace here. So let's go down to Feeman. Oh, Feeman looks like he just clipped the wall there. But no damage. So who are the closest battles on track at the moment? So it looks like Vapor, who had fallen all the way to the back of the field, is already up into P... Looks like Broken hit the wall there. Vapor's up into P12. Let's stay on board with Vapor. Oh, what is going on there? Looks like he's lagging it. Yeah, and he's got a wing damage. So Vapor's race is compromised now. I think he's going to try to get to the pit stop. That's going to be a long time. I think Vapor's got to pit in order to stay in contention. So Nero trying to make a move on Grumpy. Grumpy holding his own. Grumpy, a newer reserve with us, who was showing some really good pace in some of the practice races earlier this week. And it looks like, who is that? McLaren had spun, and I think that was Vapor, got tangled up with Feeman. So it looks like Grumpy's going to try to make a move on Praj. Wow, really nice driving by both of them. And I think Grumpy... Nope, not quite. Oh! Wow. Looks like Nero was going to try to make a move around the outside, but he thought better of it. I think that's a wise move. Not really an overtaking spot. So who's up in the mix now? Monkey's up in the mix now as well. He's in P5. And just behind him, Disgruntled. So Praj is going for the undercut. Those soft tires not working out at all for Praj. It's a very early pit stop. But now we'll have to stretch those mediums. And it looks like Nero was able to get past Grumpy there. So now it looks like Grumpy's... Oh, it's going to be very tight. Oh, very close. I wonder what would have happened there if Monkey would have waited for the straight with the DRS, but he'll recover. But he did lose the position there, so now he's down into P5. It's a great battle for P2. You got P3 with Grumpy. And Feeman's out. Feeman's out. So that's the first DNF. So it looks like Feeman went out in turn 5. He took too much speed in the corner and clipped the wall on the exit. So no safety car, but that'll be the VSC and OC Nay out of the race. Or excuse me, rather, he's got a drive-through. Speeding under the VSC. So now we can go on board with Yuppie. So Yuppie, who had gotten to drive through in the early stages of the race in the first VSC, he's recovered a bit into 10th place, but he's still a ways back, so he's going to have to try to fight his way back. JC gets a 3-second time penalty. Grumpy into the pits on lap 6, so those soft tires starting to really wear down. So the Williams boys, Razor and Nero, 1-2 at the moment. Razor showing a brilliant pace today. Nero showing amazing pace on his medium tires. Domingos with a 3-second time penalty. It's unfortunate for Domingos. And Disgruntled, he spun on the exit of turn 3. I would imagine he applied the power a little bit too hard and he went left into the barrier. I wonder if he's got damage. Yeah, he's missing that front left end plate. So look for Spicek now to make his way through, because Spicek, his car is intact. He's on the medium tires. He knows his tires are going to last. But he's got to be aware that Disgruntled is on really worn down soft, so he's got to be careful. So now we've got Shep, who's ahead of Rusty. So this battle has been brewing since the beginning of the race. I think Shep has got wing damage. I believe. Yeah, so Shep missing that front left end plate. Oh, and it looked like Rusty goes in a bit deep there. So Spicek is trying to chase down Disgruntled. Yeah, Steven, I think the pedals are working out very nicely for McLaren. I think if he gets that motion rig and VR rig, he's probably going to get up into like the P17, P16 positions. We love you, McLaren. So that's Disgruntled into the pits. Let's go on board actually with Spoolin. Oh, and Praj actually. I missed that one. But Praj, he's on the main straight with Oso. Oh, and he gets squeezed out a little bit. He gets squeezed out a bit in turn 2 and 3. But he's got the run. And he gets around. Wow. So nice move by Praj. Spoolin makes his way past his Red Bull teammate of Joe G. And Disgruntled coming out of the pits just behind the Red Bull boys. So now Disgruntled's got a little bit of traffic. Not the best place to come out for Disgruntled in some dirty air. So he's got to try to dispatch Joe as soon as possible. He might try to do it here, and he does. He takes the inside. Joe leaving him plenty of room. Joe, one of our most consistent and cleanest drivers. So Joe will try to stay with him, but Joe is on older tires. It looks like Disgruntled's probably going to start to be able to drive away. So who's the closest battle? It looks like Grumpy and Oso. So Grumpy around the outside of Oso. Great move by Grumpy. Grumpy making use of those brand new medium tires, and he's already off. So very nice move by Grumpy old Catman. So what is happening at the moment? Looks like Rusty is still trying to chase down Chef. Monkey in the pits. The Monkey in the pits. He's done 7 laps on those soft tires. And JC's out. JC is out. Wow, DNF by JC. That is unfortunate for JC. Wow. So that's JC out. Second DNF of the day. No, Rob. A lot of people, some people started on mediums. Nero, Spitcheck, I think Space Cowboy, Rusty, everyone else switched tires already. So who's the closest battle at the moment? Looks like Bro Controller. Bro Controller's trying to make his way past Joe. He's got to be patient here. Not a whole lot of room. Joe leaving him some room down the inside. Bro Controller takes it. And has Bro Controller up into 12th. Spoolin is just behind Domingos. So this is turning out to be quite the battle. Razor in the pits. So Razor pitting from the lead. Let's see what tires he'll come out on. I believe he'll get out onto some medium tires. So Razor onto the hard tires. Razor's doing the one stop. And Praj is trying to make his way past Rusty. Rusty, who has not been able to get past Shep. Oh, and it looks like Rusty's got. Oh no, he doesn't have wing damage. But Rusty putting up a nice defense. He's not making it easy for Praj. So which way does Rusty go? Rusty leaves the inside open. So that was nice driving by both these guys, leaving each other plenty of room. But now Rusty will have to try to stay with Praj. Praj is mighty quick. Vapor looks like is into the pits again. So Vapor having a tough day. Looks like Yuppie is into the pits again. He just pit for. Oh, that's his first pit after the drive-through. So he's on the medium tires down in the P14. So Yuppie also having a tough day. And that's Praj past Shep. So Praj into P3. So here's the lead guys, it seems, in terms of the effective lead, is Praj and Razor. Now the thing is that Praj is going to have to pit again, but Razor's going to go to the end. So how far up is Praj from Razor? Let's see. So Praj is 4 seconds up the road from Razor. Praj has to continue to build that gap to Razor if he wants to stay in the lead. Alright, so who's the closest battle on track? Now we've got Razor, speak of the devil, Razor trying to make a move on Rusty. Rusty has been driving really, really nicely today. Holding his own. Oh, be careful there. Oh, Rusty leaving the room. Heads up driving from Rusty. But that's Razor passing on the DRS. Oh, and Grumpy Old Catman will also take advantage. Rusty threw it up the inside. The opening was there. A little bit of a touch, but I think that's okay. Nice move by Rusty. Wow, these guys going side by side in a part of the track where I didn't know you could. Oh, and both of the guys. Oh, you hate to see it. There was a slight touch. Very unfortunate for these guys. You really do hate to see it. So Razor Guy now trying to make his way past Shep. Razor Guy knows he's got to get past Shep, otherwise Praj is continuing to build that gap ahead. And Praj is now trying to chase down Spitcheck for the P2 position. Oh, it's all good, Rob. Hope you're doing good out there, buddy. So I think this should be the move with DRS. And he's passed, so Razor Guy is passed. So it looks like Joe has spun. Rusty has spun. I'm not sure what's happened there. So Joe's in the pits. Alright, let's see what's happening up front again. So Pride's trying to make his way past Spitcheck. Pride being patient. He knows he needs to be. Oh, but he hits the back of Spitcheck. I wonder if he's got damage. I don't think I saw a piece of wing flying. No. He was lucky not to pick up damage on that one. So penalty for Grumpy Old Catman. As Pride is still behind Spitcheck. He might be able to make a move here with DRS, but this is a very short straightaway. So Monkey makes his way past Shep. Nice move by Monkey. And it looks like Razor, he hasn't been able to get past Spitcheck. Oh, I'm sorry, Pride was able to get past Spitcheck, and Razor's trying to chase down Spitcheck. So this is what I'm seeing right now. Pride just needs to make another pit stop to make it to the end. Razor Guy will make it to the end. Razor Guy was 4 seconds behind Praj, but now he's about 3 seconds behind. So Razor Guy is keeping pace roughly with Praj. So what that means is that when Praj pits again, he's going to fall way behind Razor and he's going to have to chase down Razor in the final stages. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. And it looks like OC Nay in the Racing Point has had a moment. And that was causing the yellow in Sector 3. Oh, and Spitcheck squeezed him into the wall. So I wonder if... And Razor will be able to continue, so he's very lucky not to pick up damage there. He's got to be more patient than that. Especially when he sees that someone's squeezing him into the wall. He really should be backing out. But he was fortunate there, so he'll continue. So let's see if he can try to chase down Praj. But now, all that has caused him to fall to about 4 seconds back. So let's go on board with Yuppie, because Yuppie's trying to chase down Spoolin. Really cool camera shots there. So that's Shep into the bits. So we got Monkey Mafia and Yuppie. Yuppie's going to try to make a move here down the DRS straight. Wow, side by side. And just ahead. So really great driving by both of them. Nicely done. And that's another position for Yuppie. So Yuppie into P7. And Monkey down the inside of Spitcheck. He makes the move. So nicely done by Monkey. It's Monkey into P3. And Vapor is out. So we're going to see Vapor's car here in a second. There it is. I don't know what happened, but looks like someone robbed the car, took the tires, and put it on bricks. Normally you only see that in the hood. Okay, so safety car, what happens here? Proj in the pits for the hard. Monkey in the pits. Spitcheck in the pits. Nero stays out. Or rather, Razor stays out. He's already on the hards. So everyone getting onto the hard tires. Domingo's in the pits. Yuppie's in the pits. Spoolin's in the pits. So Yuppie opting for those soft tires. Wonder how that'll work out. But Yuppie's, the race is coming back to Yuppie a bit because the safety car brings the field back together again. And he'll come out in P8, so could be better for Yuppie, but still a nice recovery drive so far. He will have to pit again. Oh, and he almost loses the rear end. Not sure what happened there, but it looks like there's a little bit of contact with Domingos. Frodo Baggins is in the house. I don't know who that is, but I'm guessing it's not the character from the Lord of the Rings. So I wonder what happened there with Yuppie and Domingos. It looks like Yuppie lost the rear end, and if the car is out of control, I think you are able to take the position, but I didn't really see what happened. So it looks like we'll have at least another lap of the safety car. Shep doing really nicely as well because he's up into P7. He will have to pit again though. I think the guys on the hard tires now are going to have the advantage. But it really makes you wonder how this is going to play out, because will someone like Shep or Yuppie, who will have to pit again, most likely for mediums, are they going to be able to chase down the front runners? Especially Razor, because Razor, he is on the hard tires, but he's already 5 laps in. So will those tires last? And if they do last, will they have pace at the end? So we're still yet to find out. Let's see who the biggest movers and shakers that are while we wait for everyone to get back to green flag racing. So Oso, he started 14th. He's up into P6. He's on the tires that'll take him to the end. So nicely done by Oso today so far. Shep up 5 positions. He will have to pit again though, but so far it's been a pretty good race by Shep. He did lose a wing early in the stages of the race, but he's back. Yeah, interesting race so far, huh? Who else up here? Spitcheck. He's up at the P5. He's up in P11. I'm not sure if these tires will go to the end, but he's up nicely. And Nero doing really, really well today. Both actually of the Williams boys. P1 and P2. So the safety car will be in this lap. And they're off, so they're back to green flag racing. You can see Monkey Mafia trying to set up for a move, ready to pounce in case the guys in front stumble over each other. And it looks like Yuppie fell a position. Oh, but he's going to take a position there. 2 positions. That was a nice move by Yuppie to get up to P8. So Yuppie's got to put in qualifying laps right now to try to fight his way back to the front. But he's got to be careful. And Joe spun. That's unfortunate for Joe. Broken, that's broken up over Disgruntled into P12. And just about able to get the car braked and turned in. So nice move by Yuppie into P7. So now he's got to chase down Shep and spit check to get back to the top, the first group of cars, P1 through 4. Oh, and that's Shep hitting the wall there. Broke loose. Also getting a time penalty. So Shep's now got to chase down Spitcheck and try to get past him. Let's go on board with Praj, because Praj is just behind the Williams cars. And it looks like Oso spun in turn 1. So all these cars in the top 3 are really, really fast. Praj picking up a penalty there. A VSC, so the VSC is called, I'm not sure why. But that's Rusty and Disgruntled in the pits. Yes, I'm not sure what happened with that VSC. I know Oso did spin somewhere, but I wasn't sure if it was for that or for something else. But yeah, so that puts Yuppie so far into P6. He's got a few more laps on those soft tires to try to do something to get back to the front. And that's Osine with the drive-through. So Osine pushing those deltas way too aggressively, and the gamble hasn't paid off. So Praj just behind Nero. That's Osine rage quitting. That's unfortunate for Osine, but he knew what he had to do with the deltas, but he still didn't do it. So I don't know who else he can point the finger at that one at. So this battle for the top spots, it's going to be quite the battle in the late stages of the race. Because from P1 to P4, they're all within striking distance of each other. They're all on the final tires that they're going to finish on. Razor in front with the worst off tires a bit because they're a little bit older, but I think it should last. But the guys in P2, P3, and P4 do have a tire advantage. So Yuppie's still not able to get past Spitcheck. So in the top 3 spots still, we got Razor, we got Nero, we got Praj. They're staying within striking distance, within that second. Monkey Mafia as well, doing really nicely to stay with this first group of cars. And that's Spitcheck getting past into turn 1 by Yuppie. So Yuppie's got to be careful here on the defense because Spitcheck is going to have the DRS. But Yuppie's able to get a better exit, so I don't think he's going to be able to take the position back here. That's Yuppie into P5. So now Yuppie will have to try to stay with the cars ahead. But the thing is, the cars ahead don't have to pit again. So I'm not sure if this is going to work out for Yuppie. So time will tell. We're going to find out in the late stages of the race. In the meantime, this group of cars is still going at it. You got Razor in P1, Nero in P2, Praj, and that Ferrari P3, Monkey Mafia in the Alfa Romeo P4. Yuppie 3 seconds behind, trying to catch up. Yuppie, who had a drive-through penalty in the early stages of the race after one of the VSCs for speeding under the VSC, so that made him fall back. It's been a recovery race for Yuppie, but he's been doing well to bring it back into contention. He's gained a few tenths on Monkey, about 3 tenths. So who's the closest battle on track at the moment? I think it's still these guys, Praj. Oh, I think Praj is going to get a better exit here. He does. He's got the DRS, but so does Nero. I think he's going to be able to make a move here. Oh, and Nero around the outside. You would think that Nero would have gotten a warning for that one. Going outside of the track limits, but just about keeping the car away from the walls. So nice defensive driving by Nero. He was under attack there. So let's see what's going on back here. We've got Grumpy, Old Catman, trying to chase down Broken. Broken doing nicely in the top 10 positions here, but Grumpy as well in P9. And just behind, we've got Domingos down in P10. And Shep picks up a penalty. That's unfortunate for Shep. So let's go on board with Joe, because Joe was not able to set a qualifying time. And he's up into P12. So he is going to have to pit again, but Joe keeping his nose clean today. I think he did have a spin, but other than that, he's just been plugging away, putting those laps in. And Grumpy gets past Broken, so that's Grumpy into P8. And Grumpy on the older tires too, so nicely done. You can see him drifting around that final left-hander. So Praj now on the attack again. Will he try to make a move? I don't think he's quite close enough. Not quite. Neo showing really nice pace. Rusty picking up a 3-second time penalty. It's unfortunate for Rusty because he was way up into the positions before he got tangled up with, I think it was Grumpy, I believe. A little bit of traffic getting past the lap car of Osine. And the guys are able to get past. So let's go on board with Razor, and let's see how that car is handling. Because he is on 12 lap old hard. As Yuppie goes into the pits, so let's see where he cycles back. So, I'm not sure exactly where he's going to come out. Looks like P9 or P10. So that's Yuppie out in P10, and let's see what the interval is for the leader. Yeah, so that's Yuppie about 30 seconds back. So that tire strategy not working out to his liking, but he'll have a chance to try to recoup some positions here in the final stages. As the Williams boys are doing really nicely to stay out in front, but we do have Praj just behind. I think he's going to get the DRS here, but so will Nero. So you can see here that Razor, Praj, not a whole lot of VRS. Nero, not a whole lot of VRS. But you can see Razor's got a lot of VRS, so Razor's setting the tempo here today. He's able to hold on to that ERS, and when he sees someone trying to make a move, he can defend and use some overtake of his own and stay in front. So Razor in control right now. But Nero's just behind, and so is Praj. Now Monkey's falling back a bit, so I'm not sure what happened, but he has fallen back. But he's still up into P4, so nice race so far by Monkey as well. And let's go down with Joe, because Joe is just behind Oso. This is the battle for P11. Joe is going to have to pit again, I think, though. Oh, actually, he could go to the end here. I think it's going to be close, though. Is this rain that I'm seeing on the screen? I think it's raining. Yeah, I think we're getting a little bit of rain here. Wow. So we're going to get some rain in the final stages. I wonder how that's going to shake everything up. So let's go on board with Praj. Wow. Side by side through the hairpin. Nero seeing the car, leaving him space, so heads up driving by Nero. Oh, and a little bit of a hit in the back. So now what happens? Because I think now Yuppie with the fresher tires. I think the big issue in the rain with the hard tires is, are they going to fall out of that temperature range? If those hard tires fall out of that temperature range, they're not going to have any grip. So now that's Yuppie into P9, getting past Domingos, so nicely done by Yuppie. It's possible that Yuppie can chase everyone down with those brand new tires because they are going to have the most grip. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the final 7-8 lap here. So let's go on board with Praj. He's still trying to chase down Nero. Milclair gets another 3-second time penalty. And speaking of time penalties, let's see where everyone's at in terms of penalties. So Praj with the 3-second penalty, Monkey with the 5-second penalty, the Williams boys with no penalties. That's definitely going to play a factor as the guys cross the line. And it looks like McLaren has spun around at one of the corners in Sector 2. So let's look at the actual gap to the leader from Yuppie, because he was 30 seconds back, and now you can see that he's gained about 3 seconds. I don't know if it's going to be enough this at the rate that he's going, but it has started raining on the track. You can start to see that the cars are sliding around a bit. So how is this going to play out? Praj getting a 3-second time penalty. So I think that moves him to 6 seconds of time penalties. So still a great battle for the top 3 spots here. The guys within striking distance, they've been within striking distance of each other with pretty much the whole race. Monkey had fallen about 2 seconds behind the drift of Praj, but he's gained another 1.5 seconds or so. He's back in the mix. What can Monkey do? Any of these 4 guys have got a chance at the win. Especially now that it's raining, it's like whoever can keep it the most consistent will most likely be the victor here. Another battle happening is Grumpy, or excuse me, rather, it's Spoolin behind Spitchuck. And then Yuppie closing in nicely behind Grumpy. So let's see. Yuppie has gained almost 3 seconds this lap as well. So those medium tires in these wet conditions are working really nicely, and I think he's going to be able to make a move here. So nice driving by both of them, leaving each other just enough space. Heads up driving from Grumpy, seeing him there, not turning in. Really got to love being able to see these guys race it out and not, turn in on each other. Oh, and Spoolin's in the wall. He pulls a Leclerc at Baku. That's unfortunate for Spoolin, but everyone else, meanwhile, will move up positions. So Praj in for the Inters. Razor in for the Inters. I do think that was the move, but what is... I wonder if Yuppie can make these tires last, but no, he's starting, there's no grip anymore. I think the move was for the Inters. So who else is in the pits? Broken Pit, Grumpy Pit, Spitcheck Pit, Domingo's Pit, Disgruntled Pit, Oso's in the pits. Shep picking up a time penalty. I think the call is for the Inters. Yeah, and Nero up in the front had almost spun. Let's stay on board with Nero, and you can see that there is absolutely no grip out there. He's tiptoeing around the circuit. He's losing an incredible amount of time. And that's McLaren spinning as well. Absolutely no grip out there. So McLaren doing the Austin Powers forward, reverse, forward, reverse. So surely Nero's going to have to go into the pits. Yuppie trying to put in the in-lap of his life to overcut the guys, and he spins on the medium tires. Unfortunate for Yuppie. Keep pushing, Yuppie. But it makes you wonder what could have been if he would have kept that car in control, or if he would have pit a lap earlier. This circuit went from drivable to undrivable in the span of 1 lap. Very unfortunate. So that's Nero in the pits. McLaren in the pits. Yuppie surely will be going into the pits. So that's Nero swapping out a wing. But Nero's going on to the medium tires. He didn't go onto the Inters. Oh, that Williams team. That's a pit blunder. That's unfortunate for Nero. He's gonna have to pit again. Spitcheck, meanwhile, doing really nicely here today. Spitcheck in the top 5, and he's gonna be able to get past Nero here because Nero's on medium tires. He's gonna have to pit again. So Spitcheck's got to be careful, and he's able to make a move down the inside as Nero spins. There's no grip for Nero, and Rusty's out. Rusty DNF. I'm not sure where exactly, but Rusty has DNF out of the session. It's unfortunate for Rusty. So this is Yuppie then up into P6, getting past Nero. Spooling into P7, getting past Nero. So, not an ideal day for Yuppie, but you can see why he's in the points lead. Because it doesn't matter what's happened in the race, he's just plugging away. He didn't rage quit, he just kept going, and now he's back up into P6, so he's not where he wants to be, but still scoring a lot of points here today. Meanwhile, Vapor is way down the order. In the position that he's in, I believe he's only going to score a couple points today. So if Yuppie can keep this up, he's scoring good points to build that gap to Yuppie. Meanwhile, Domingos as well, because Domingos is in P10. Not his best day, but he's keeping the car on track, and he's gonna put together a lot of points here with that finish. He'll be able to close that gap to P2 in the championship, which is Vapor. So who's the closest battle on track? It looks like Broken is about a second behind Domingos as we enter the final stages of the race here. And Spoolin showing really nice pace as well, because Spoolin is less than a second behind Yuppie. So the Red Bull versus the Mercedes. No DRS, but he's got the slipstream. And let's see what these guys have got for penalties. So Spoon with a 3-second penalty. So even if he makes his way past Yuppie, if he doesn't pull out a 3-second gap, that position will be Yuppie's. So again, let's go back on board with Razor. Razor in P1 with a brilliant drive today. Yep, or Praj rather, in P2, a few seconds behind. You can see him just ahead. Monkey in P3 with another brilliant drive here. If he can keep it together, keep it on track, he'll have himself a podium. Because he has a 20-second gap to the car behind. I'm not sure what happened to Spoolin, but Spoolin fell back a few tenths. This is still the closest battle on track. You can see that these cars are slipping and sliding. So Spoolin gained a couple tenths that lap. He gained another couple tenths there. So it looks like Spoolin has the slightly better pace at the moment. So yep, he's got to be careful here because Spoolin looks like he's eyeing up a move any second now, any moment now, as soon as he gets close enough. But yep, he's got to be careful that he doesn't DNF out of the race as a result of defending too hard, because he knows even if Spoolin does pass him, as long as he stays within 3 seconds of Spoolin, that P6 position will be Yuppie's, so he's got to be smart here, because he knows Spool's going to want to make a move. But Yuppie doing really nicely here to manage the grip, because there's really not a whole lot of grip out there. And now Grumpy is trying to make his way past Spitcheck. And Broken is also right on the back of Domingos. And Broken gets past Domingos. So I'm not sure what happened to Domingos, but Domingos was ghosted there, so it looks like he may have hit the wall. He did hit the wall. So Domingos just got wing damage. He's missing that right end plate. Probably broke. He went way too deep into that hairpin. So now Joe will try to chase him down from behind. So what's going on with Grumpy? Grumpy's just a few tenths behind Spitcheck. Now Grumpy does have a time penalty, but I think he's going to try to make the move. It's possible with this pace that Grumpy can get 3 seconds of drift with Spitcheck anyway. But you can see Spitcheck placing his cars on just the right parts of the track to make it really hard to overtake him. I think he might have a run here, Grumpy. Both the guys on full ERS. And you can see the conditions are just treacherous out there. Not a whole lot of grip. Oh, Grumpy a little bit of oversteer. They're really having to finagle this car to get it to do what they want to do. So Joe, now he's closing up onto the back of Domingos as well. And Domingos is fighting to hold on to that P10, but he's going to let him by. Yeah, Domingos has got the wing damage, so in an effort to try to avoid any incidents, he just lets him by. I think that's a smart move by Domingos. You can see the way he thinks about his races and his points. Oh, and that's Grumpy into the wall. That's Grumpy into the wall. And Grumpy loses 2 positions. He loses out to Spoolin. Oh, and Spoolin spun. But he's able to get it back on track. Wow, in the late stages of the race, craziness in Sector 3. And this is going to be the final lap now, and it's really starting to come down. I think Spoolin's got wing damage. But that's Yuppie into P5. Wow. What a recovery drive from Yuppie. Spoolin's trying to hang on, but he's got wing damage. He doesn't have the downforce. So Grumpy with a really smart move there, but he's not able to put the power down. And we've got Osa just behind Joe G as well on this final lap. So we'll check back in with these guys later on in the lap. So this is the battle for P4. We got P4 Spitcheck, P5 Yuppie, P6 Spoolin, P7 Grumpy. Also though, on this main DRS straight, no DRS at the moment of course though. Oh, and the guys are just side by side, just inches apart. Really nice driving by these guys. They're going for it. And that's Razor Guy crossing the line. Grumpy making a move on Disgruntled. Or, excuse me, Spoolin staying just ahead of Grumpy. Oh, but that's him into the wall. He had no wing. That's unfortunate. So that's Razor P1, Barrage P2, Monkey P3. Great job by the podium runners today. Yuppie trying to chase down Spitcheck. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Great drive from Spicek today. Great drive from Yeppy today. Yeah, really great drive by these guys. Grumpy in P6. Nice drive by Grumpy. Spooling. Getting it across the line one way or another. Broken in P9. He crosses the line. P10, we've got Joe. A solid P10 finish from Joe. Domingos getting around the final left-hander. P11 for Domingos. Oso. He's crossing the line in P12. Shep just behind him in P13. Nero. Rough day for Nero today because Nero was way up there in the positions, but now he's down into P14. Yep. And that's the wall. You know, because he had such incredible pace in the dry. Wow. What a race. So great job from Razor. I do believe that's Razor's first win. His best result was second in Hungary. Yep, so Razor with his first win. Congratulations to Razor. Proj P2. Nice drive from Proj. Monkey P3. Yeppy P5. Vapor did DNF, so that's Yeppy building that lead in the championship. Domingos losing ground to Yeppy in the championship, but gaining ground on Vapor, but Domingos will still be P3. Wow. Very interesting race in the late stages, especially with the rain. Lots of incidents happening as well. But again, congrats to the top three runners, Razor, Proj, and Monkey. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I think that's going to be a wrap for us here at Performance Racing League in the Tier 2 Singapore Grand Prix. Take care, everybody.